Okay, so art. What is art? Now, art, according to this definition, is an expression of one's faith, belief, aspirations, and emotions, which communicates ideas to the viewer. Take note of the word communicates ideas to the viewer. So it is not just something that you're going to do like any other artwork, but make sure that it should communicate to the viewer. Okay? So, let me quote the saying of Cesar Cruz: art should comfort disturb and disturb the comfortable. So meaning, if you are comfortable enough in your comfort zone, so when you see the artwork, probably you will be disturbed. Or if you are disturbed, probably the artwork will also comfort you. So in any other way, the art itself has an effect on the viewer, or maybe it could communicate or give message to the viewer. Now, art comes from the Latin word ars, which means skill. So that would mean that it takes a skill for a person to really create an artwork. Okay? And of course, it satisfies human needs and enhances the environment. Remember, most of the time, it's innate for people to really beautify their homes, the place that they live. Okay? And if it gives them satisfaction when they were able to enhance their environment in a form of artwork. So that's what art is all about. And then, it is very much part of our lives. Do you agree? Okay? So art is very much part of our lives. Even when you're still a baby, your parents would really decide as to what color, what shape, what color is your baby dress. Okay, so it's very much part of our lives. And of course, it can be found anywhere and everywhere. So just look around, you can really see art anywhere and everywhere. And so, where can art be found? Okay, first, art in belief and religion. Okay, do you agree that art can be found in belief and religion? Okay, so art is used to supplement man's faith. What do you mean by supplement? Supplement, that would mean that could add up to your faith. So if I'm going to ask you, who are Catholics here, okay, which do you prefer? Praying with or without rosary? Okay, so probably your answer is praying with rosary. Okay, because it supplements to your faith. The rosary is an instrument that would supplement to your faith. And that rosary, the one who made that one, the making of the rosary is already a manifestation of art. That is why art is present in belief and religion. And it is also emphasized through paintings, sculptures, religious figures, as you can see in churches. So it's there in the church. The design that they have, the stained glass, the crucifix. So those are manifestations of art under belief and religion. It can also be seen in religious celebrations, especially during fiesta. Fiesta, there are two types of celebrations. Fiesta for the saints, the feast of the saints, and the feast of, say, products or crops. Okay, so when you talk about feast of saints, so you can really see the depiction of saints in the religious celebration, wherein the artist will create something, build something, costumes maybe. So art is there. Next, we have art in economics. So when you talk about economics, that means money. Okay, so art has money. Do you agree? So art can be bought, or sold, or we can earn profit. So that means we will sell the artworks and then we can have money. We can gain money from that particular artwork. So art in economics. It can be imported or exported. And of course, it gives job opportunity to people, especially those who have less, maybe not really qualified in the position for working in offices. So it would give them the job opportunity to paint and sell their artworks, and then they will earn profit. Now, where can art be found? Art in technology. Okay? For art in technology, you know that technology, it really influences art. So from the start, way back yung past art styles that we had in the past, where cavemen used to paint or draw in caves using the blood of animals, the flowers to color, until such time that there is an invention. Pencils were invented, ball pens, crayons were invented, paints are invented. So there is already what we call an evolution of artwork. So technology really helps in the creation of artworks. So that is why there's art in technology. Now, of course, it uses modern technology in making beautiful artworks. So say for example, you're going to design a motorcycle, you build a motorcycle. The way you design it, you use technology, you use your laptop, you use your computer to draw and design the motorcycle. Okay, so that is using technology, using arts in technology. And we have, yes, of course, it affects the evolution. As what I have said earlier, there is an evolution of traditional art to modern art. Now, art in politics. Is there art in politics? Or politics itself is an art? Okay, so art in politics. Now, art in politics is used to express contention. What do you mean by contention? That means you are satisfied with the government or dissatisfaction to the government. So, how is art present in politics? In view of expressing contention or dissatisfaction to the government. So, you have there, we have editorials in the newspaper. You can really see the drawings about an issue. Okay, so that is a form of expression of contention or maybe dissatisfaction to the government in a form of editorial cartooning found in newspapers. Okay, and also an example for that is those people who are having their rally. Okay, so they create something like the face of let's say the president. Okay, what do you call that one? It's called effigy. Okay, so politics, it talks about dissatisfaction of the government. They create something like an effigy, the face of a political official, okay, a politician maybe, and then they're going to burn it in the streets. Okay, so that's an effigy. So art in politics, expression of dissatisfaction or contention to the government. Okay. Now, we have the functions of art. First, we have the physical function. Now, the personal function refers to how art serves the emotional needs of a person. Remember, a person, it's innate for a person to really express. Okay? So, express. When you are able to express through artworks, like for example, when you are sad, you're going to paint. When you're happy, you're going to dance. Or when you are, say, you are very happy, you dance, you sing. So any form of artwork, that is one function of art, personal function. Okay, next we have social function. It refers to how art is closely related to man's life. Number one, we have it aims to influence the behavior of other people. As what we have said earlier, you know, art should communicate to the viewer. Probably it would also influence your behavior. See how people react in photos in Facebook. Okay? Without even knowing the whole story. So they would probably react that it's injustice or it's inhumane just by seeing at the picture. You know, photography is also an art, right? So it aims to influence the behavior of other people. Second, as we have discussed earlier, used for public display and public celebrations like fiesta. That's under social function. And used for social description. What is social description? Social description would mean the identity of a particular place. Okay? Say for example, when I say Kalamay, so probably you would answer Bohol, right? So when I say Durian, so you will say Davao. So that is what we call social description. Okay? Parang identity of a particular place. Now, the art can be used also as a social description. Okay? And then, we have the physical function. Now, the physical function refers to how art objects like tools, containers, and other things are created to make life comfortable. Some artworks are created not because for decoration purposes, but to make life comfortable. Let us say, for example, the heater, or what do you call it one, the takore, okay, the kettle, okay. So the kettle is used for boiling water because we cannot boil water with our hands. So that's why the kettle is invented, and the invention of the kettle is already a manifestation of artwork for the purpose of making life comfortable. Okay, that is under the physical function of arts. Okay, so let me show you a picture here. That one. Okay, what do you call that one? Huh? A dot? Yes? A red dot? Okay, a red dot. How about if the picture would look like this? So what do you call that one? Polka dots? Okay, so different circles. Now the question is, can I call this one isolation? Can I call this one solitude? Can I call this one sadness? Yes, I can, right? But what is now my basis for calling this isolation or sadness? Okay? So you are now using your what we call artist perception. So in learning arts, it's important you will have artist perception. Okay? So artist perception is looking beyond the physical attributes of an object or picture. So as you can see, we have the dot there. So it is not just a dot. So you look beyond that dot. Okay, so that is what we call artist perception. Now, the art viewers of today would really seek for originality, expression, and something to think about rather than what is the usage. Okay, so when you see a particular artwork, you should not ask, what is that for? Rather, you ask, what is the message of that artwork? Okay, that is what we call artist perception. Now, before we proceed, let us just review the elements and principles of art. Elements and principles of art. Can you still remember? Okay, so please write your answer on your paper. Okay, so we have 7 elements of art. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 2 minutes for answering. Okay, and the elements, I mean principles. Okay, so the principles, we have 9 principles. Okay, so let us check your work. So who can answer number 1? It's called line. So in art, it should have lines. We have diagonal, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, okay, line. Second is, should also consider the space. Okay, so the space of a particular artwork, right side, left side, bottom, top. And we also have the value, the shape, the form, and of course the color, and the texture. By the way, the form discusses, under that one is 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional form. And for the principles, we have, notice the big and the small. We have proportion. Next, we have movement. Then, variety, pattern, contrast, emphasis, especially for those who have photography classes. And we have harmony, unity, and balance. Okay? So now, we have here